in to jump it up. And here we go from Seattle, Washington, as Ari McDonald, Nneka Ogwumike get tied up. How about that?
Already a few seconds into the...
Here's Williams having a career year into Ogwumike, who had 37 the other night. Nneka can't hit there, and the rebound deflected into the lap of Boston.
Left side of the floor cleared out for Nneka Ogwumike. No help comes, letting Aaliyah Boston handle that matchup solo.
Expecting more than 18,000 fans today in Seattle. Always a terrific atmosphere. Nice find from McDonald, and Howard lays it in.
And right away, you see Seattle trap in the on-ball screen with Kelsey Mitchell. Beautiful ball movement by Indiana to find the open player inside.
And a deflection there from Boston leads to a steal. Here comes McDonald, and a quick start for the Fever.
That's one of the things Indiana wants to do, is get up and down the floor quickly. Ari McDonald excels in that regard.
McDonald over her last 2 games averaging 21 points, 5 assists while shooting 7 of 10 from 3. Here's Nneka, face-up jumper, rims out.
You saw her, that's her sweet spot on the floor. And Indiana also choosing to trap in the on-ball screen situations.
McDonald has it deflected, Williams able to grab it. Gabby Williams leading the league in steals this season, 2.6 per game. Erica Wheeler dances free and lays it in, and now the crowd here in Seattle will sit.
And now we can see both ends of the floor.
I always prefer to call a game that way. Here's Boston. Out to McDonald, her 3, no. And Williams the rebound, having a career season, an all-star this year. Gabby Williams, and that's something Noelle Quinn wants more of, that she has gotten this year from Gabby Williams. Calling her own number, being aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, she has become such a good offensive player, and you saw what she can do on that last possession. Her ability to facilitate, get the ball, bring it down herself, and just...
Gold medal away from USA, and she's really just continued to expand her game then in this league at this level following that. Here's Wheeler. Thought about the 3. Williams trying to dance around McDonald. Oh, nice move. Wide open in the corner. Ogwumike gets the roll on the 3.
Nneka Ogwumike coming off a game Friday where she had 37 points in the loss against LA in double overtime.
It was a thrilling game. First double OT game of the season in the W. And a foul here against Nneka, who says, yep, I did.
Great job by Gabby Williams when it goes through.
Well, you talk about one of the all-time great, consistent producers in this league's history. It's Nneka Ogwumike, who's now 6th all-time in points. As Mitchell misses the 3, follows it up, bounces underneath, easy lay for Howard. Ogwumike, just the 6th player ever to reach the 7,000 point mark, as Boston comes up with another steal. Mitchell fires away, can't hit. Another offensive rebound for Indiana. That was something they really accessed in the first meeting against Seattle, had 15 of them. And Mitchell draws the whistle against Wheeler, then took a shot from behind from Magbagor. And Kelsey Mood, especially on the road of late, last 8 road games, averaging over 25 points per, 50% from 3. Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV in Phoenix, Ion Friday, New York at Dallas, Seattle in Vegas, CBS Saturday, it'll be Chicago in Indy. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. It's just amazing looking at how jumbled the standings are, 2 through 10 right now. Incredible to watch how this is going to unfold over the final month of the regular season as Magbagor floats it in.
Great size and length and high release point, and again, just one-on-one with an entire lane to work with.
Here's Boston. Boston, good look inside. Howard lays it in. Nobody in the league at 6'4" or taller averages more assists than Aaliyah Boston.
An excellent passer, whether she's at the free throw line area or when she gets the ball on the block.
Ogwumike can't hit. 10-9 lead for Indiana. Good action early in this first.
Trap again on Ari McDonald this time.
And knocked away, loose on the floor. McDonald after it, shovels to Howard, who just dropped it. Here comes Wheeler pounding it up the floor. Williams fires.
Area of the game where Aaliyah Boston has really grown, her ability to facilitate full court.
Mitchell gives it up. McDonald can't knock it down. Indy 0 for 4 from 3 to begin this game. Lob it underneath, and Wheeler blows the bunny. Players looking like they need a breather.
Yes.
Cunningham lays it in, going backdoor on Diggins.
Players and the bunny.
A 12-9 lead for Indiana. Midway through the first. Chloe Bibby getting ready to check in for Indiana. As Diggins gets on the board.
Really nice job rejecting the screen and going to her strong left side for the easy finish.
Diggins now a 7-time All-Star. Here's Boston. Howard couldn't handle it. Wheeler pushing pace, lobbing it ahead, and Williams finishes it.
Look at some of the players just walking down the floor. Absolutely need a little break in this action.
Indiana's 4 turnovers that Seattle has turned into 7 points in this first. Mitchell blurs into the paint, missed the lay. Here comes Williams again, pushing pace for Seattle. Seattle second in the league in defensive turnover percentage. Only Phoenix forces more of them. And Mitchell going to get called for a foul. Look clean at first look. Great action.
Things didn't work out with Dewana Bonner. She was their first call. She has been relentless, and she scored a career-high 27 points in a big win on the road against Phoenix. But, guys, she has always had to prove people wrong about her size. She plays bigger, has a bigger heart than anyone can believe, and love that she's getting to show it this season for the Indiana Fever.
And Holly, you know, some of our audience remembers, and some of them may not. Erin McDonald helped orchestrate one of the great Cinderella runs in the history of the women's tournament. Her senior year at Arizona, she led them to the national championship game as a low seed and was 1 point away from victory. She had a shot at the buzzer against Stanford, but she was unbelievable during that run, taking Arizona to heights they had never been in that program.
And has fit in beautifully with this Indiana Fever team and what they want to do. Great high-low pass that time from Chloe Bibby to Aaliyah Boston. Look at the difference in the size of these two players on the floor right now. The front court with Mag Bagor and Malunga versus the size, the smaller front court right now with Bibby at the 4.
Malunga, the rookie, number 2 overall pick, can't hit there. Malunga, 6'6", 19-year-old out of France. Has a really impressive skill set, has started to play better, getting more minutes of late. Mitchell wide open, short, and Williams the rebound. Mitchell looked like she kind of slipped out of her hand on the release.
I didn't think she expected to be quite that open in the corner.
Yeah. Gabby Williams storms inside, can't finish it, follows it up. Into the arms of Bibby, just signed for the rest of the season by Indiana. Been a perfect fit at the stretch 4. Cunningham connects on a 3. Went field goal-less in the first meeting against Seattle earlier this season. Gets on the board with the Fever's first triple of the day.
Cunningham in the last 9 is shooting 49% from the 3-point line, and she's playing with that kind of confidence early.
And getting a podcast deal as well. And all other kinds of endorsements. Oh, beautiful get-ahead feed, but then knocked out of bounds by Clark as it looked like it was going to land in the lap of Mitchell.
But Colson knew that Mitchell was going to win that foot race,
yes.
So she just lofted it up ahead.
Say it did last hit Indiana, and you can see Caitlin saying you were right in front of her. What made you change the call?
And now you see Seattle has gone with their smaller lineup with Alicia Clark playing the 4th position.
And we should say on that replay, it did look like it last hit Kelsey Mitchell, and that
yes.
was the right call.
Yes.
Alicia Clark, along with Tiffany Mitchell in off the bench. Clark has been in and out of the rotation of late for Seattle. She has really struggled this season, the accomplished veteran. Diggins unable to finish, and then gets a whistle on Boston. Aaliyah Boston frustrated. Remember, after that double overtime loss the other night, Noelle Quinn went off on the officials about Skylar Diggins not shooting a single free throw in 43 minutes of play, got fined for her remarks, and right away Diggins goes to the line.
And on this drive, I thought Sydney Colson, but I didn't think Boston did. Yeah.
Agreed. But Colson got her on a reach-in.
Right, as part of the drive.
I'm sure Indiana would prefer the foul assigned to Colson rather than Boston, but just the first for Aaliyah. Indiana wins this game, and they will own the tiebreaker against Seattle. These teams will meet one more time. You gonna get that?
I got it with my foot.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Ball rolled right under our table, which is...
It would have if my foot wasn't there to stop.
Wait,
That's how long my legs
your
are.
Foot
Yes.
outside the...
My feet can reach.
You knocked it
the court.
outside? Wow.
I did.
I didn't realize that you could get under the curtain. Mitchell, jumper, that one's off as well. Kelsey Mitchell 0 for 5. Now here we go. This is the ball header. Here's Hull, unable to finish on the drive.
That was left-footed, by the way, too.
Even more impressive. Wheeler can't finish the layup. Indiana trying to push the other way. Mitchell, pull-up jumper, still can't buy a bucket. 0 for 6 to begin this game.
All good shots, and the right shots for her to be taking, though. She has to stay confident in them.
Seattle, meanwhile, has missed its last 5 shots. Wheeler into the lane, kick out. Oh, good look. Clark in the corner.
That's the shot that she's been getting, though, and has to step in with confidence and drain.
A shot just 30% from 3 this season. Boston has the size on Mitchell. Boston able to finish, plus the foul. They'll call an offensive foul on Boston, and now that is going to be her second.
You see the two-man game, and the trap go to Kelsey. The chest and isn't quite as egregious as it is when you have a smaller player on you.
Such a great point. So Mitchell, Malunga. Oh, another one headed your way, partner.
My arms aren't that.
This presentation of the WNBA on ABC. First quarter action here. Indiana 1-point lead on Seattle. Slight difference. Game and shot clock. Colson and a whistle here on Malunga. Hanging with Howard. Does it feel like it's been a while since we've had a made shot?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, does it feel like there's been a lot of whistles?
Both things,
Both things are true, yes.
Yeah. Oh, poor inbound pass. Wheeler able to take it. Pull up 3. Off.
2 fouls on Aaliyah Boston. How do you navigate this quarter in terms of her playing time?
Yeah, you know, we've really got to see how it goes. We need to try to buy her some time with Dee on the floor, and we got to get her back in the game and go to her.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph. Always appreciate the time from Stephanie White, head coach of the Fever. Nice look inside. What a dish from Howard, and Duntas the hands to finish.
Doing a really nice job navigating the mismatch inside. It doesn't always come from the point guard. You get it over for the high-low. Done beautifully there by Indiana.
Here's Wheeler. Off to Malunga. Wow. You see flashes of what the 19-year-old is capable of. The one-legged turnaround jumper.
And you just look at her frame, 6'6" and super long.
Cunningham connects on another 3.
And because of the trap on the on-ball screen, when you move the ball, you heard Sophie Cunningham talk about it. Those looks will be there.
Good D there from Lexi Hull. And Stephanie White told us she just loved the way they have moved the ball over this 4-game winning streak.
Just making the extra pass and finding the right hand to.
And Hall, the good box out as it tilts out of bounds.
And especially because Seattle played a double overtime game on Friday. We've got the early tip here today. The bench is going to be really important for them in terms of keeping up the pace that they want to play. Heavy minutes on Friday for the starters.
Indiana 9 assists on their 9 made field goals. Here's Duntis. Duntis maneuvering her way, couldn't quite slip it in. Rebound Clark. Here's Mitchell, nice hesitation, and then gets fouled as Tiffany Mitchell, the former member of the Fever, will shoot a pair.
Well, she saw that she had a 5-player between her and the basket with Duntis, and so knew that she could go by, coming down.
To remind our ABC audience, when it comes to the WNBA this offseason, all but 2 veterans are due to be free agents this offseason. And when you look ahead to just, the interest and the intrigue around this league, I'm not sure all of us have really taken the proper focus to understand what a frenzy it is going to be when it comes to player movement this particular offseason, CBA pending.
Free agency is going to be incredible.
And a whistle here against Seattle.
Lexi Brown on the floor now is one of the 2 players that is under contract, one of those 2 veterans. Kalani Brown the other.
Those are the only 2 veterans who are under contract for next season. Basically, all veterans were lining up their deals with the new CBA, expecting a big pop in salary. You also don't know whether or not there's still going to be a core to keep players with their respective franchises, even if they want to move. Here's Malunga. Nice moves inside. And some impressive flashes here from Dominique Malunga.
And you see how much her confidence has grown throughout the course of the season. She stepped in and posted hard, demanded the basketball. That's half the battle.
Holly?
Well, she's getting more regular minutes earlier in the game, as we see today. And we talked to her coach, Noelle Quinn, about why. She said she's 19. We had to get her in a rhythm, whether it's weight room, workout, film study, preparation. And you can see right now she is starting to understand herself in their system and understand their system. She's just had incredible plays on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively, in this last stretch.
And 19 years old. I mean, it's just so young. Just recently became the youngest player in league history to record a double-double.
Watch her win.
Turkish team coming up this offseason as the foul is called against Duntis. Last 4 games, Malunga has averaged 10 points, 8.5 rebounds, 53% shooting, nearly 2 blocks per. Wheeler works around the hedge. Magbagora 3. That is way off. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Seattle 1 for 6 from 3-point range. Noelle Quinn told us before the game, when we are playing well, we hit our threes and we get into the paint. She also said when Gabby plays well, we play well. Two-point Indiana lead. Still, neither team is separated by more than 4 points in this first half. Duntis fakes the 3 and drains the 2.
Damiris Duntis, the last few games, the second she touches the basketball, her eyes are on the rim. That's her first option to her is, can I get a shot off? She's just looking to be very aggressive offensively.
Gabby Williams, Skylar Diggins getting ready to check back in for Seattle. Mitchell, explosive drive, couldn't finish it. Lexi Hall is such a terrific rebounding guard. Knocked that to McDonald, who turns it into 2 with gas all the way to the cup.
The way Ari McDonald just used her body to get Wheeler out of the way so that she could fling it in. The speed of Ari.
Very appreciative by the cheer here from the Seattle fans. I mean, one thing we know about this city, it has always been incredibly supportive of women's sports. We experienced that a couple of years ago when the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 were here, when Caitlin Clark led Iowa to wins over Colorado and Louisville en route to her first Final Four. The atmosphere at the games here was just incredible. And it was interesting, Caitlin was actually on A Touch More live at All-Star with Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe, their podcast, and she said she feels like that Louisville game when she had a 40-point triple-double was really kind of the game where her life changed and the attention on her really changed.
That's when the attention on all of women's basketball really started to change.
Happened here in this building. By the way, I have it on good authority that Caitlin just recorded with Sue Bird for Bird's Eye View. Terrific podcast, and that will be releasing August 8th.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes, looking forward to hearing that. Holly?
Well, I don't want to put this out there and have it be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Caitlin Clark, we actually organized Sue Bird to meet Caitlin Clark before that Louisville game.
Yes.
She had never met her before. We brought her in, surprised them at shoot-around. And so I think Sue Bird gets a little credit for Caitlin's, 40-point triple-double, because that was the day she got to meet her idol, Sue Bird.
That's true. That was shoot-around that day, right before their Elite 8 matchup. Diggins gets denied, but a whistle, and there again, Skylar Diggins getting that whistle that Noelle Quinn was asking for, and she looks at us and gives a smile after that whistle. It was effective, Coach. It was effective.
And a blocker up top. The official saw some contact down below.
The competition heating up, which means it's time for another test drive powered by CarMax. From now through August 7th, enjoy a free League Pass preview and stream live games in the WNBA app with no subscription required. Scan the QR code to get the app and start streaming. 30-26, Indiana leading Seattle. Here's McDonald bouncing out. Howard will try a three. No. And it tilts out of bounds. By the way, we were talking, Sue. She's here today, courtside with Megan. There they are, sitting courtside. And Sue is getting her statue outside Climate Pledge on August 17th here in Seattle.
Incredible. Certainly deserving.
Yes. Here's Agumake. Oh, the footwork. Nika Agumake. Some beautiful ballet to the bucket. Mitchell can't get that to drop either. Kelsey Mitchell 0 for 7 from the floor. Here's Wheeler. Flipping it out. Nneka off. Mitchell zipping inside. Gets that one to drop, plus the foul. Kelsey Mitchell finally on the board.
Kelsey Mitchell has taken really good. Now the opportunity for the and one.
If you were Indiana and you said, hey, you don't have Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell's not going to have a field goal till late in the second quarter and you're going to have the lead, you'd say, we feel pretty good about that. And while Seattle hit its first attempt from three, that was Nneka. They have missed their last 6. Both of these teams 16 and 12. Nneka able to fend off Aaliyah Boston, who's playing with 2 fouls and had to be careful.
Smart, intentionally attacked the player with 2 fouls.
That's a travel from McDonald. First turnover of the second quarter for Indiana after they had 7 in the first.
And if you're Seattle, you continue to try to attack Aaliyah Boston, knowing that she can only place, a certain degree of defense, so she doesn't pick up a third. There they go.
Right back to Nneka. Agumake muscling in, spinning, couldn't finish it with the left hand, and then grabbing at her right bicep a bit. McDonald slides it off a foot. Timeout on the floor, 2-point Indiana lead. Tightly played opening act this time before she returns. And if you look at the calendar, that would be more likely to happen towards the back half of the month of August as Caitlin works her way back. But I thought it was interesting, Rebecca, having the conversation with Stephanie White about how they're playing now and how Caitlin may accentuate those positives and melding sort of what they've been able to do right now and what Caitlin does so well when she gets back.
She talked about how fast the Fever play end to end when Caitlin is on the floor, and then when she's off the floor, how they move the ball side to side. And there's a value in seeing that, and you know, how the ball finds its way back to the shooters. She also talked about the gravity that Caitlin has on the floor. Like, you can just run one action and you tilt the entire defense and get a good look. And when she's not on the floor, how you have to go to multiple sides and multiple actions, and how her team has gotten very good at that.
Holly?
Well, Stephanie White did give us a small update on Caitlin that she has started some full court running, full speed running the last 4 or 5 days. Still not doing full basketball activities, but there has been some progress made recently.
Yeah, good to see that for sure, Holly. Thanks so much. As Boston, that's a tough bucket. Able to sneak it in around McMagor.
We got a glimpse in the Dallas game, the game before Caitlin re-injured herself, and how good Indiana looked when Caitlin was on the court, and then in the minutes when she was on the bench as well. It felt like they were really bringing it together.
Yeah, everything was humming. Agumake can hit the jumper. Wow! Tiffany Mitchell getting in there aggressively. And, I mean, is a whistle going to blow at some point, one way or another? Holy cow. Sophie Cunningham just has to laugh about that. How was that not a foul? So Cunningham will jump it up with Mitchell. Terrific effort by Mitchell. And now it's going to be Indiana basketball after a violation there and a loose ball foul against Seattle. Indiana's in the bonus, so is Seattle. So there's going to be free throws here for the Fever.
It's the foul on Tiffany Mitchell during...
Cunningham, it's the first free throw. Sophie 2 for 2 from 3. The rest of the Fever 0 for 8. Cunningham with those free throws matches the largest lead of the game for either team. It's 6. 10 points for Cunningham. Lob it inside, knocked away by McDonald. You know, another date to keep in mind. Rebecca, August 7th, 3 p.m. That is the WNBA trade deadline.
3 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, I believe so.
Let's be specific. Yeah, well, maybe we'll see some more movement. We saw some yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that this morning?
This morning, Dejanay Carrington on her way to Minnesota. Boy, do the Lynx look good. You just hope that Afisa Collier is okay. How about Mitchell picking the pocket? Forgot to take it with her. McDonald has it. Oh, my! An unconventional highlight as Boston finishes it. What a wild sequence. And it bears fruit at the end for the Fever. Mitchell, no. Indiana may get a push here at the end of this half. McDonald off to Boston. Hand off Mitchell. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Indiana. Howard, great position, and lays it in, just able to shed Williams.
Also a great ball fake by Ari McDonald that shifted the defense to the outside of Howard, and then she delivered it on the basket side.
16 assists for Indiana. An 8-0 Fever run, 6-second difference, game and shot clock. Here's Williams. Williams fading away. Wow, what a shot from Gabby Williams. Time here for Indiana, 5 seconds left in the half. McDonald, 2 seconds. McDonald has to put it up. Can't hit, and that'll do it